when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I said fire to the roof, boy. I might as well do just a little bigger than. I said fire to the roof, boy. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I said fire to the roof, boy. I might as well do just a little bigger than. I said fire to the roof, boy. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it.
Give me that bass rock, bass rock, bass rock. Give me that bass rock, that bass rock, that bass. Give me that bass rock, bass rock, bass rock. Give me that bass rock, that bass rock, that bass.
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I said fire to the roof, boy. I might as well do just a little bigger than. I said fire to the roof, boy. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I said fire to the roof, boy. I might as well do just a little bigger than. I said fire to the roof, boy. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it.
I like it when the bass go. I like it when the bass go.
Hello everybody! I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I know that we have two wonderful games ahead of us, and I also know that I have a wonderful guest today. Marv, how are you doing on this beautiful Sunday afternoon?
Hello everyone, yeah, I'm doing just fine, just chilling right now, and looking forward to hopefully two very competitive and very exciting League of Legends games. It's been a while since I've casted with you. and yeah, let's make the most out of it.
Let's get some action going. Now, I want to talk about the current group just a little bit. So I would say I prepped something, but I'm literally busy prepping it right now, because why prep things when you realize you want them there, while prepping, and that makes no sense at all. But anyways, we have the ranking on our screen right now, and Marv will talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see at the bottom of the table, unfortunately, Foxnyr finds themselves at 7th place right now. But not all hope is lost. First of all, if we manage to win 2 games today, it is possible to escape the lower playoffs for demotion entirely. That all depends on the next matchup from SVW Esport, which play later today after our games. And if they play 0-2 and we manage to 2-0 today, then we avoid lower playoffs entirely. But, and that's only after we win, after we lose 1 game. If we manage to 1-1 today, then SVW Esport needs to 0-2 as well for us to manage a tiebreaker. So if both our scores are 4-10, then there is a tiebreaker going on, and if both our scores would be 5-9 after today as well, there would be another tiebreaker. But we hope, of course, for our 2-0 and for SVW Esport to be 0-2 at the end of the day, so we can manage to hold on to our spot in Division 2 and have an acceptable finish to our split.
Exactly. And I think that already brings us into the dynamic of today. I'm, doing something or talking. I'm talking about something, and then Marv has to break it down and explain all the math to everybody, basically. So, we already started with it. Now, do you think there is a current best pick in the meta where you would be surprised if it's not like pick or ban, or do you think it is a little bit open right now?
I think there are multiple strong S-tier picks, which are, of course, nice if you have them in your team, but not completely mandatory. Like, for example, 2 months ago, you would be crazy to not pick Skarner B1 every single game, because that champ was just too oppressive. It got nerfed now, I think 3 or 4 times in a row, and now teams are starting to prepare against the champ, and there are multiple champs like this. For example, Ambessa, if you can play this champ really well, flex it maybe between mid, top, maybe jungle as well, this champ can be really oppressive. Corki is another one from AD and mid lane as flex if you manage to have high prio on that, but it's kinda open, and it's kinda up to every single team which definition of the meta they follow, and it's also very likely that those teams have prepared something against some meta picks, and then having a good counter pick prepared can be the difference maker.
Beautiful stuff that you brought right there while I was busy writing important information in the lobby chat, right? You can see my screen, so yeah.
Exactly.
I had to write down that I'm ready. But yeah, as you said, it is a bit open right now. Everybody can maybe prefer to pick something that they feel comfortable with. I mean, have you seen K-Corps against HLE today, maybe, by accident?
I saw glimpses of the match. I did not see every single game to completion, but I saw some picks, I saw some performances. I heard that Karmic Corp won the first game and then got completely demolished 3 games in a row. So that kind of feels bad, man. But those of course that best of 5 was fearless, and I think today is not fearless, right? That's just 2 games.
It's just normal League of Legends as we have known it for eternity right now. I really love Fearless, man. I think it brings such an amazing dynamic to it. And I also love, like, in today's cast, basically after both teams had a win, the casters, they were like, well, now technically we have a best of 3, but actually because it's Fearless, there are already some picks that cannot be picked anymore. So again, that's the dynamic that goes into it. And I also got reminded of it, by the way, because you talked about Skarner first picking. That is something that we saw today, and I saw the Ivern picked into it from K-Corps. It didn't really work, sadly. But as you said, I think there are some picks that you can pick into something like Scorner. I think Wukong, for example, is also really fine, right?
Yeah, Wukong is fine. I saw Syra quite a few times because her clear speed is so much faster, and in theory, when you hold your E, Skarner can never engage because you just root him in place, and once he's rooted, he can't really go anywhere, like he's kind of stationary. But yeah, that's what I mean. There are some picks. You mentioned the Ivern. Ivern is very special. You either play it or you don't play it, and most of the times, if you play it, if you have it in the match history, the enemy team will ban it because it's kind of obnoxious to play into it. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm excited to find out what Foxnyr of all teams has planned today for us. Of course, this we will be a little bit biased towards Foxnyr. This is a Foxnyr stream after all, so I'm hoping they can manage to clutch out some good champions and be on comfort.
Exactly, that would be great. I mean, it is do or die after all right now, and it's always a really tough spot. But if we look at the group, I mean, SVW or SVW Esport, they also want those wins, right? They are fighting to maybe get back into the top 3 and safely secure one of those spots. So also for them, makes a lot of sense. They want to win today. They have good reason to still give it their all. And a lot of talk about the game. Now we are finally heading into the draft. And of course, I have to flip the sides real quick. Yep, because Foxnyr seems to be on the red side, and we will see the first few bans.
Yeah, definitely. Like Foxnyr goes into this match as the slight underdog, and will try to make an upset happen to avoid those dreaded lower playoffs, those demotion matches, and keep onto the spot. Ambessa, one of those champions I was talking about before, a really strong champ and versatile as well. While we see SVW ban out the Maokai and the Camille, definitely like topside heavy bans. Camille can be difficult to deal with if it's a good matchup on red side, because the split push is very much alive in this patch. Grubs did not lose much of their potency, so you managed to clutch those out. The split push threat is very much real.
I see. I'm always a big fan of split pushing if it works. I've also seen stuff like the Jax today in that insane series this morning. Yeah. So yeah, as long as it's viable, why not pick something where as a jungler you can kind of decide if you want a weak side with bot lane, or maybe you want to play strong side in the top lane or the bot lane. Have those options in the game to see how it goes. Or I mean, since I have you as a seasoned veteran here, are you more happy with a draft that is clear cut from the beginning? Like, I don't know, have Ornn top lane and just be like, yeah, it's weak side, whatever. Do you prefer that?
It kind of depends. I mean, it also is a bit different from each side. Like blue side mostly has those clear-cut gameplays. You secure a strong B1 like the Corki we see now, and then you amplify the draft so it strengthens the B1. While on red side you have many more options to flex pick and counter pick. You have the R3 where you can bend two matchups, and you have the R5 where you can flex a champion until the last possible pick and the enemy does not know which lane the champ goes. So usually it's a bit side dependent. Right now we have the Corki as a flex or pseudo flex on B1, but the more cookie cutter Jinx hyper carry secured for Foxnyr. That's always a good pick to fall back on. I mean, no game is truly lost when you have Jinx on your team. This champ can get one reset in a siege scenario and just take over the team fight. Sichuani, a very nice jungler prepared with that. Like, if you Glacial Prison someone, you can get a very, very fast reset for the Jinx, very fast execution. And economy jungler, always nice to pair with a hyper carry.
Exactly. Now we will see the answer, and I feel like you have a few options, and the option that will be taken will be the Xin Zhao. Now, to me that's a champion that wants a little bit more gold, but technically he could also just gank a ton in the early game and try to get ahead with pure pressure and not, with just perma farming, even though in this game we do not have a jungler that is insanely good at clearing, right? So Then we also get the Karma. That is an interesting one for the bot lane for sure. Brings us kind of into a tough spot, I feel like.
I love the Karma lock in there. It's not necessarily even on support, because I saw a lot of mid lane Karma, especially with the Xin Zhao. This champion loves Enchanter like Xin Zhao. He jumps in and he just permanently sticks on you, gets the knock up, survives forever with his ultimate, and on top of that he gets a lot of shields from the Karma. So those pairings I really like to see. You only need some more like tankiness, maybe engage on your top lane from SVW, and you have a solid team comp right there. Also, you take the two flexes, like the flex scenarios are getting slimmer and slimmer for SVW with the Karma and the Corki, but they are still existent. Foxnyr, on the other hand, secures a strong Yone in the mid lane, and basically dares the enemy to match the 2v2 and to get ahead from the mid lane, from the Yone Sejuani combination, and try to take over team fights that way.
Still, a lot of good things you're saying, but I'm personally super curious what we will see next. Will it be a blind pick top lane, and then we have a counter pick for support still left? Because, you know, in theory, the Karma could also be in the top lane. You know, as you said, a lot of weird flexing could be going on in this game. Maybe we even see a Corki mid with another ADC bot lane. So I mean, again, it's really unlikely. But
this should be Kesante, by the way, on R4. I'm predicting it right here, because you ban the Gnar, you ban the Gwen, you want
true.
a solid blind pick. Like Ornn is the other option, but I don't think they will go for that. Yeah, that will be Kesante. I mean, the bans basically spell it out for us. I don't know why SVW banned the Malphite right there. They are very scared of a champ that can only really be picked R5, and that those bans tell me that it's R4 top lane, and you keep the support counter pick for R5. So that's I really like the adaptation from Foxnyr there. That kinda not saves the draft, but makes the draft even stronger from them. Let's see how SVW reacts to that.
yeah, so far we will have the Aatrox as an answer in top lane. Kind of a champion that wants to, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like he just wants to neutralize the lane. He doesn't really lose any lane super hard, right? So he always has the potential to maybe do something. But I mean, Kesante is Kesante for a reason. Like, personally, like Renekton and Kesante are those two champions that always feel super solid, especially if you can also devote some bans into it. And now there's also the Mel. Arcane greets us today. And there's the last pick for support. And again, I'm super hyped to see it, because, you know, I'm wondering, do we want some peel for the Jinx? Do we want some hard engage for the Jinx?
This will be a Nautilus. I'm pretty sure this will be a Nautilus lock-in here from Foxnyr. Against Karma Corki, Nautilus would be like a perfect pick. Rel also open, always decent, but Nautilus would be the basic one. Okay, now, Matt, yeah, you're completely right, of course, about the peeling with the Soraka. That's kind of leaving the Jinx without much agency in the early game and in the mid game as well, but it again strengthens this Yone dynamic that's going on with Foxnyr. Sejuani ensures the engage, and Soraka ensures that the Yone stays alive. So a lot of pressure, but also a lot of agency on the mid lane from Foxnyr. Very exciting also. New champion in League of Legends, Mel, locked in. Mel versus Yone is a very interesting dynamic, because both characters need, like both players need to understand what Mel is all about with the like deflect, because Yone, his Q3 also gets reflected by the Mel W, so you ideally don't want to use that while it's up, because it makes trades very one-sided, but I'm sure we will see some of those trade examples in-game.
Yeah, and technically still, what is the cooldown on the deflect? It's like almost half a minute, right? So maybe you can bait it out, especially once we have the Berserk Reefs on Yone. So I think we certainly want to look at this level 6 spike and maybe the first backport, you know, with the first 1k gold or something. And then maybe it shifts in the favor, but it's all about the mind games, right? It's all about when will Mel press that precious W button, and when will she have it on cooldown. And don't forget, Mel has a ton of damage. Now, if you were the junglers here, because man, I see so much gank potential in almost every single lane. Now, again, you wanted the Nautilus in the bot lane. Now with the Soraka, yeah, it's a little bit more defensive, right? But still, against the Karma Corki, I'm not really too sure how the bot lane should play out here with that Soraka pick.
Yeah, I think the Soraka should traditionally get pushed in by the Karma. Corki also with a lot of wave clear early on. Jinx, like if this was a few years back, Jinx would have the prio in this lane because she was just so oppressive with her like Fishbones wave clear, but nowadays Jinx is more of a scaling pick. You kind of need this like level 5, level 7. More points in your queue mean that you have more range, and that equals to lane push and lane threat. But right now for this bot lane, I think the Karma team should have the advantage and should have the push. On the other hand, we have, yeah, I mean, a lot of openings for Foxnyr from mid and top with the Sejuani, 2 melee characters. Sejuani loves those melee characters, so I would predict that it's kind of a, like not a split map of course, but kind of different strengths for both teams. Blue side is looking for more of a bot lane control, red side looking for more of a top side control. Anything can happen in a game though, so yeah, 1 more minute to go for the spectator delay, and then we will jump into it.
Exactly. Now, man, I always see the Corki on top lane right now, you know, because of that's how the draft looks like, because they didn't get in proper order. And I'm always thinking about your exact words, that you still have to find something that is not a default loss against Corki top lane, man. I would have been so hyped if they flexed it somewhere.
There are some champions that can be problematic for a Corki top lane. Like there are some champs you can strong side top for, and then it's a bit tricky. But yeah, this champ, I'm excited to see it someday in like tier 1 league, the Corki top lane flex. But it will not be today, and it will not be yeah, in the next few weeks probably. But yeah, never say never.
Where is LS as a coach when you need him? With like triple AD carry and Ivern mid lane and Kindred jungle and something like that. I'm sure he would cook something up, even though we wouldn't understand it. Well, at least I wouldn't understand it. But good old times where what did he preach? Ivern mid lane, right? That's what he said. Is like the broken thing, or like Jenna. No,
like
just
Ivern mid lane,
right?
I like Ivern mid lane. I just think there is another champion with Karma that's just way easier and way more versatile than Ivern, and it kind of does similar things, so why not pick that one? But yeah, it's of course an angle. Like I am all for flex picks, and I'm all for enchanters being strong because those enable marksmen to have a more leading role in the game, which is always a nice thing in my opinion.
Wait, am I? You know, I'm not usually the one to jump into the loading screen, but am I seeing a gotcha Jinx? Is this what I'm seeing here? wait, hold up a second. What? Okay, what's your stance on the Arcane Fracture Jinx right now? Come on.
I'm really happy about the Omen sponsoring the game for the rest of us. Like if he wants to donate some more money to Riot Games, feel free to do so. It makes the game hopefully better for all of us. Gives them more resources to work with. So I'm all for it. Really happy about it.
Oh hell yeah.
I think like Fizzy needs to step it up a bit. No skin on Sejuani. I don't know, bro. Like Sejuani is so good skins. You remember the Poro Rider Sejuani? Many hidden features, like you get an extra cookie in Aram map and Howling Abyss. So why not just take that one? Like it's lost opportunity right there. But yeah, everyone has his faults, and if his only fault this game is his choice of skin, we are all happier for it.
Exactly. I want to tune in as well and say, first of all, the system crashed, you know, as it would be too easy if we could just get into it. But now, at the same time, I feel like I'm kind of happy that the skin isn't like insane, super duper mega quality, because again, if you want to spend some money on Riot Games, you know, and you want to activate basically, what do I call this, patron mode, you know, then feel free to do so. And at the same time, I feel like all the Jinx mains, they, you know, aren't missing out on like Elementalist looks, skin levels of, I mean, it's a great skin, don't get me wrong, but it's not as good as Elementalist looks, right?
That's the like advantage of having Tournament Realm access. You can all play all those skins for free in your scrims.
Oh, true.
That's kinda neat.
You know what's
Looking for
also
the-
free? Yeah, bot
Yeah,
lane.
level 1 right here.
Is it free?
It does seem to be free. No one is covering for Foxnyr, or at least no one is walking there. Right now, Sakura might be in trouble though.
Looks pretty okay though, because Sakura got the Starfall there, got the movement speed. And honestly, that is something that always surprises me. I feel like, you know, when I see Soraka, I'm thinking, yeah, late game, you know, you need items, then you have low cooldown on the heals, late game, that's my main thought. But I think if you are just playing a bit better in the laning phase with the added sustain, sometimes you can find some trades and stuff, right? And then maybe
definitely.
get something
Yeah.
going. Maybe.
Definitely. Like, I think Soraka as a counter pick can be really lane oppressive. Against the Karma, it is definitely Karma focused, like Karma favored, but there are angles for the Foxnyr bot lane to, as you said, outplay, to like space better, to dodge the skill shots, to throw the skill shots better. There are angles. It's gonna be rough, but there are angles for sure.
Okay, now also talking about angles, both junglers starting in the top side, so yeah, it will be about this mid lane or it will be about the bot side. And I mean, as you said, Karma will shove in, you know, that's just how Karma works in the lane, so maybe Sejuani wants to be there for a gank, and maybe ADC's frontline wants to be there for a counter gank.
Yeah, you need those level 3s on Soraka Jinx. You need to be able to hit a Q and then heal your ADC up again. Omen, wow, below 100 HP right now. Really suffering from the poke. And not having a great time right now. Once yes to his name, might even needs to recall. But he drank his health potion and is hoping to be able to step it up again. Mid lane also not looking too hot, but that's just a melee character into a range character. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, the good old... what is it? Doran's Blade plus, you know, the
Second
tank,
wind
the
Doran
tank
shield,
rune.
yeah.
I always want to look at... Wait, I'm gonna do
Immortal.
it. I'm gonna... I have to click a little bit, but it's so crazy. We are at what, like wave 4 or something? And this rune basically already healed for 100 health. It's just a crazy rune. At the same time though, because bot lane is getting pushed in, we have a Daedom Res in the mid lane already helping out the Mel.
Yeah, quick little mantra Q to his face, but not gonna bother our man in the mid lane too much. I think, yeah, we are quite happy with this bot lane, how it turned out in the end. We got kind of a free recall. Sure, we are down like a wave in CS, but I think we managed to get all the experience from the wave, and as I said, like level 3 is really the change.
Okay, hold up. So, Daedom Res will not be attacked, and yeah, both junglers on 24 CS, so they are done with their jungling, but of course Xin Zhao with the Karma. Yeah, okay, that's what's happening right now, but you saw what happened in mid lane, right?
Yeah.
It was probably Skimmy like, wait a second, and I really want to check. It's 45 seconds, Ripple at this. Okay, so that's a cooldown you can play around somehow, right?
Definitely, but that's the interaction I was talking about. You need the free to be reflected in order to win the trade. And yeah, I don't think Skimia wants to try that again.
Do it! I dare you, do it again! With the Q3. Hi Moxie, by the way. Hope everybody in chat is also doing great, of course. And, okay, what is happening here, by the way? It is 0-0, we are 4 minutes into the game, but we are already a kill behind, basically. So, of course, I have to move all the champions into the correct spot. And then we will see that top lane already has a pretty decent lead. What's happening there?
Yeah, I mean, there's some CS that were lasted better, I think. Have been lasted better. But Omen now in trouble.
Hold up! Yeah, this bot lane is so explosive, man! Daedom Res together with the Corki wants to make magic happen. It is, of course, still the early first blood for the taking. And maybe they have in mind, hey, we have the pushing lane, we need to get ahead a little bit at least.
Yeah, you don't want to let the Jinx scale for free into the late game. And right now they are happy to do so. I think this is another recall angle for them, pushing the wave into the tower, letting it reset, letting it push back. And yeah, top lane. Top laners do as top laners do. Punching each other forever, nothing really much happening. But Cripple managing to hold the freeze, while ADC's front line is looking towards those grubs. Maybe he will gank top before taking those. He has enough time, but Alucard with the ward in the river should be able to spot it out.
Exactly, I will toggle the vision real quick, and Alucard sees the Xin Zhao there now, and will obviously try to get out. Also has his level 6, so, you know, for a second I was a bit scared, because we had a World Ender available without our own ultimate, but that has changed as well. And yeah, now it should be pretty obvious that Xin Zhao wants to do the grubs. They have spawned at 6 minutes. As usual, they are never early, never late. They have learned from Gandalf, basically. Now, at the same time, we want to get the dragon. And also, the supports showing up in mid lane. You have to explain that one to me, Morph.
It's mostly about getting this mid prio set going and drive-by heal from the Soraka towards the Theon, so just topping him off with health right there, so he can lane more comfortably. And as you've mentioned, it's a trade in objectives. I think we're happy about that. Drake's scaling is very nice for the Jinx, for the teamfight comp that we have. And yeah, only really bad spot we are in right now is this top lane. Alucard is not finding himself a good laning phase right here. Down about 15 CS, 25 CS even. But
yeah, that is huge.
Yeah, Fizzy now in trouble.
Oh, Fishy. Look at this. That's the classic, right? Your top lane is struggling, and now suddenly you have an enemy laner in your jungle. And good thing Alucard was there to help out, but man, I gotta be honest here. I feel like sometimes... Okay, hold up a minute. Sakura getting rooted here. Will we see the first blood in the bot lane? Flash being used, heal being used. Now Omen trying to retaliate here. And not too much will happen. But yeah, where was I? Rambling about top laners or mid lane, you know, laners in general, invading and being smart about the game, you know? I love to see it.
Yeah, really, really nice. Both junglers now back to farming. The jungle camps are spawning, so you want to secure those. Well, let's see if Dedamras can cancel the recalls from Foxnyr. Yes.
Oh, that's huge.
Indeed he can. And recalls will be delayed by about 10 seconds. This will give Quirky the option to either slow push or just hard push and get a move on. But yeah, the issue stays with this top lane from Foxnyr. Aatrox with a lot of CS to his names. And yeah, permanently I see this lane be in this situation, frozen before the Tower of Cripple. Now Alucard getting a good trade in at least, but I don't think much will happen.
Oh, you jinxed it. Oh, you jinxed it so hard. The moment you say he gets a good trade in, suddenly the Infernal Chains pull him in, and he gets a ton of damage chunking through his HP bar. It's so hard, the dance with the Darkin Devil, right, with Aatrox, and now look at the Infernal Chains will not pull him in this time. But yeah, it is a tough matchup. At least that's what it looks like right now, and we did pick DK Sante. And maybe we also fell a bit into a matchup trap here, you know, thinking we are safe, and SVW leaving it open. At least they are having a field day. Cripple feels super confident in this top lane.
Quick question for everyone watching right now in the chat, and to you as well. Which timer will first blood fall? Just type the minute in the chat, or like you can also tell me your prediction. Whoever is right will get a shout out.
Hell yeah. Now, okay, we can't really cheat because that did not work out on bot lane. What do I say? I think at the next dragon, so at like 11:30, we will see a first blood there. Until then, please chill out a little bit. So what's your guess then?
I think you're gonna see first blood in about a minute at 11:30, so like a minute before yours. 10:30. I mean 10:30, of course. So yeah, it's kinda brewing. Something is brewing. A storm is brewing, you could say.
Yeah, Moxie already said 35 minutes. I don't think that's correct, but hey, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of rough
for the long game.
Moxie.
Now he was talking about the cooldown there. Now Skimia, don't you dare! Oh my god, yeah. That is the power of Mel Darda. Toxic in mid lane gets the first blood before 10 minutes even. We were both terribly wrong, it seems.
Yeah. That's a strong performance by SVW from the mid lane. Now Omen looking to retaliate on the bot lane. Not gonna be able to do so, but maybe he can pressure on the bot lane a little bit further so they can have a good move for the grubs. Alucard now in trouble.
Yeah, Sejuani is also there, but no ult available. And Alucard, he's just not tanky enough right now. Look at him, he just dies. And now Fishy, he only wanted to help, but it looks like it was not the right decision at all. Because he will burn his flash and he will go into the fountain. 3 kills for SVW Esport.
Now we have Sakura moving up towards those grubs, but I think they are kinda lost. We don't have TP on Alucard and my Sejuani is dead for 10 more seconds, so it will be most likely 6 grubs taken by SVW Esports, and yeah, well, let's try to at least get the second Drake going, so we have a win con for the late game. A Drake Soul would be something that can come back even from a big gold lead. Gold lead now at more than 3,000, so not something we are comfortable with.
Skimia having a good trade there. And wait, did Toxic just try to rebuttal the like pop damage from the Yone? Okay, meanwhile, in top lane, can we maybe find a kill? Cripple is dropping dangerously low. He has no World Ender available. And of course, the Infernal Chains, man. This move is just a really good move. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, definitely helping him out in this matchup. Fishy now looking for the support.
Okay, will not really hit there. Teleport is coming in. Mel wants to join the fray. Skimia, no more Ghost Form available. And Fishy, most importantly, no more Glacial Prison there. Omen taking a ton of damage. And don't forget, Toxic has that R button available once more. And now ADC's frontline will just take over the Dragon. And yeah, Marv, you've just talked about it. Why not take the Dragon as an additional win con? Well, SVW Esport, they do not agree with that.
Yeah, now Fishy is not even allowed to go back into his jungle. So yeah, it's rough, Hard to find any like silver linings in this game. Every single lane looks to be struggling. The Jinx now at least with a completed item, but the Yuntal Valderos need to be stacked up. Alucard now nearly dying. Only the Wish is saving him here.
Did it save him though? Will it save him? Cripple gets the tower dive there and just walks away like it's nothing. And now, of course, we'll push so fast with those 6 stacks. Skimia in the mid lane, but Dedamres is there to help his Mel. And this means it is 4-0 and no chance for us to retaliate anywhere. And the Aatrox gets all the playthings.
Yeah, it's really demoralizing, of course. If you press like here an ADC, you press tab, you see everything is losing. Enemy has 6 grubs, they have a Drake, now they have first tower as well, which basically guarantee defeats of war, like they have it already. Yep. And yeah, your jungle is getting invaded permanently. It's really rough to see yourself going. Skimia now maybe has a pick here on Cripple.
Okay, hold up. There is no World Ender available. Skimia wants to jump over there. Now ADC's frontline is also teleporting in with the Hex Tech Gate. Skimia has to get out of there. The Xinjiao is in the fray. Alucard will also not be dead now. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Omen and also Kalajikal both are dropping solo, but the Phosphor Bomb will be enough. And now the camera just jumps into top lane. I don't know if we can find anything except for death in those side lanes right now. It is 5-0 and also a 5,000 gold lead.
Yep, it's all you can eat buffet right here. You find an enemy, you kill him, you take the objectives afterwards. This tower is not long to be standing, and the midland tower will be the next angle.
Well, Skimia, good stuff that you were already in Ghost form, because you will be turned into a Ghost second death already. And honestly, you know, maybe I'm starting to think a little bit about the bigger picture, but I don't know if it's a draft thing. But basically the only lane that should not have had prio was kinda even, and at the same time top lane and mid lane, they were struggling. And you know, not getting pushed in, Yone melee against range matchup struggling, but like getting ganked and dying is struggling.
Yeah, it's hard to like blame the draft in games like this. It's 6-0, it's like 6 grubs giving over. This is an advantage that has come by good gameplay, right? By punishing the opponents and punishing their weak spots, and SVW Esports has done that really, really nice this game. Otherwise, they would not have found themselves with a 6k goal lead at 15 minutes. Skimia is like he's looking for those angles on Cripple, but he's so fat.
Okay, now Cripple. Can he get out of there? Can he maybe even take someone with him? Skimia will just die to the Darkin Blade. Dedam Ross helping. I'm telling you, this support is so huge because now Cripple can just go as fast as he wants. The World Ender will end itself, and this means no more carnage. Okay, maybe. No, he's not checking the bush, but okay, honestly, this game just feels over, right?
I think this is a done deal. Like, I don't see a universe where this game is winnable from Foxnyr's sides, unfortunately. Like, what's the out right now? A Jinx getting a pentakill in a teamfight? That might do it. Like, that overreaching by SVW Esports, but they don't have to overreach, that's the problem. Like, they can just take it easy, they have all the outer turrets gone now, they have full control over the map. Now they will take a Rift Herald in order to push in those inner turrets, and the next Drake is spawning in about a minute, so why not just reset, take it easy, control vision around it, take that as well, so Foxnyr has no way to like generate gold and falls even further behind.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I totally have to agree, if we have a win con, it has to be bursting down one member and then getting that Jinx reset, go crazy, and see Omen get some more kills, get a ton of damage and attack speed steroids there. But as you also mentioned, it's really hard. Basically, we are at the mercy of SVW doing some weird things, like Skimia getting caught right now. But honestly, if we can trade mid lane turret for it, I'm not even too mad, but nah, that mid lane turret is still half-life, so I haven't said anything.
I think Corky at this stage can just 1v3. He's walking up to them.
Okay, hold up. He tries to jump away there with the Valkyrie, and we will get the shutdown. Okay, that is important. That is glimmer of hope.
First kill out of
right?
5. First kill out of 5.
Yeah, glimmer of hope there. That's it to me. If we don't have a glitter lance from a Lulu, at least that is a glimmer of hope that we needed right now, getting the shutdown. And Omen, I mean, he only grows scarier. And we did get a dragon, right? We gotta look at the positive things. So the Dragon Soul win con is a bit delayed so far. Maybe we can even get it ourselves, because of course the spectator on the top left is wrong. It is a Hextech Soul. And Marv, is Hextech Soul the best soul in the game right now? Like, generally speaking.
I think, generally speaking, it is, yeah. I mean, you can make the argument for a Cloud Soul being better in some situations, or a Chemtech Soul being better in some situations, but I think Hextech is the best overall. Yeah, not even a steal being possible here. Yeah, this is frontline, having the Smite lockdown.
You have to respect trying it right now. At the same time, though, Fishy will pay the price that is usually paid for trying to steal, which is death once more. At the same time, we want this mid lane turret, right? Mid lane turret helps so much with getting the map open. At the same time, we can see Mel teleporting into mid lane. We can see the Heralds destroying a turret in bot lane and looking for another one. Never mind, it's drifting into mid lane.
Are we watching League of Legends, or is this Need for Speed? You're just driving all around the map, destroying everything. What's going on?
Oh, man. And somehow, after all of this, Data has time to say hello in top lane. And again, with the support, with the CC, the slows, the root and everything, Alucard just stands no chance. Also has no flash, by the way. Has the ignite. And now Fishy will once more be bullied out of his own jungle. And I mean, with, what is it, 9,000 gold of a lead, yeah, you cannot farm your own jungle anymore. And hint, Foxnyr, you can also not defend your outer turret or your inner turrets anymore.
Yeah, best hope, defend the Nexus for a few more minutes, because that's gonna be the angle. I just see Skimia like walking forward with his Q3 stack, but there's like, they don't have the damage. They have one item to like the 2 of every single champion on the other side, so where is the damage gonna come from? Nowhere, I guess, but yeah, it's rough to find anything. Well, can I ask you a question? Like, what champion would you like to see in the game next? In the second game?
Good question, my friends.
What's your favorite champion to watch right now in Pro?
What is my man? I haven't seen a Lee Sin in a while. That would be hype. Not gonna lie. But you know, on a more realistic note, I would actually like to see the Skarner Zyra matchup. Not even lying there, because I feel like Zyra jungle is just a different beast right now. Man, I'm wondering if the players are more or less asking themselves the same question right now. Because again, you said it, Marv, you said it. If you have a Jinx, the game is kinda never over, right? But yeah, it's a big kinda, because yeah, you're on 1.5 items and everybody is basically on 2 items already for SVW. So even if you get a good fight, SVW will just punch us with their gold bags, right?
What I like to see, at least from Foxnyr, is like they are trying something. Right now, Fishy was looking with the Glacial Prison in the mid lane. They are looking for this mid-tier 1. They are getting bot lane pushed out right now, so it's not like we fall over and die. It's like this game, most likely, as you said, is over. Like, this is not a lead that it's comebackable from most of the times. But we are fighting. Like, we are keeping our mental healthy, at least, because there is another game and another dive.
Yeah, 100%. Now ADC is frontline. He is the frontline indeed, and not the ADC at all, because the ADC was busy doing something else, just jumping over the walls right now. Toxic getting the first one. And yeah, I don't even want to watch, because this is not the fight that we signed up for, because the gold lead, it is not even fair right now. Omen, Skimia, the only 2 survivors trying to do the impossible, fighting against those over-leveled, over-equipped enemies, and they are also outnumbering us. The Nexus turrets will fall, and we will literally die in our own Nexus fountain. Yeah, we have a lot of win cons, we had a lot of games so far this split, but this game was not it. We have to give the props to SVW Esport, so they played this pretty good, if you ask me.
Yeah, completely agree. Not many openings, if any at all. 1 kill for us the entire game. Like, I think we managed to destroy the bot lane tower and nothing else. We got 1 Drake, 1 tower, 1 kill. That is obviously not good enough at all. So yeah, the boys have to step it up. There is still everything in our hand. If we can take this game, there is hope. There is the angle to not even be to play a tiebreaker. I have to say, but yeah, it has to be a lot better than this game.
Exactly. Like, honestly, if we play like that, then do we even deserve to stay in that group right now? Because, I mean, we have to be honest, this was, as I said, not our best game. But hey, it's only 1 game. We will have another one in just a few minutes. Can we bring it back? Or will SVW Esport seal our fate? The next one is the important one. We will see us in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Been up myself for a minute. Been feeling myself for a minute. Hallelujah, amen. Sweet Lord, born again. What you doing? Who you seeing? I got the right feeling. No money, go tell her. Go get it, go do ya. Where you going? Where you seeing? I got the right feeling. I've been loving you. Been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been feeling myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been feeling myself for a minute. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. Looking at me. Peekaboo. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. Looking at me. Peekaboo. I've been loving you. Been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been feeling myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been feeling myself for a minute. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see. One time from side to side. One time from side to side to side. One time from side to side to side to side to side to side to side. Hold up. I've been loving you. Been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been feeling myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been feeling myself for a minute. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see.
We are back and are still waiting a little bit for the players to be ready as well. And while we are waiting, Marv, do we even want to talk about what we just saw, or do we just say that game never happened? The only one that counts is the next one, whatever, just ignore it. What do you think?
I think it's crazy that we only have one game in this best of two. I don't know. Usually you get two games, but today we are excited to announce that there is only gonna be one game played by Foxnyr, and it's gonna be this next one. So let's put our all into it. And yeah, we're gonna hopefully get a win today on our belt. Otherwise, I would be really disappointed, even.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I have to agree on that one there. I mean, I can switch over real quick and we can look at the rankings again while, you know it, we are just waiting right now, you know, so we are just waiting for the mantle of the teams to reset. We are waiting for those players to be ready as well. Maybe figure out a completely new draft, maybe select another side. But basically what you told me in the break is like just mix it up and try something entirely new, right? Or I mean, do you think it's ever a threat to just do the complete opposite and just say run it back, try the same thing, but this time we just play better?
If it's a 45 minutes slugfest and it's the last team fight that decides the game, absolutely. But not in a game like this. In a game like this, you need clean mental, you need... Like, I'm sure some players after this game say, okay, coach, I just want to play this champ right now. I just want to do something different. I did not feel comfortable at all in this game. I need something else. I need a clean slate. I need to be able to do more in the game. And sure, this all starts with gameplay, but having a new champion, having a new comp to play is a very nice start to manage to get like in this new mental state, in this, in a fresh game.
I see. I have to agree with you there. Sometimes I feel like if I myself know that the draft was not the issue and I feel like I did play a strong champion, I just, didn't execute it properly, then I sometimes feel like, okay, might as well just run it back, right? But yeah, from a mental perspective, it's probably way better to just mix it up. And I have to say, they are taking their sweet time to mix it up, but again, I understand it, right? Maybe you prepare 2 drafts for today, and then after having a game 1 like that, maybe you just want to completely switch it up and find, a completely different strategy, and then you will obviously take all the time that you have available to figure something out. Now, Marv, any angles you want to talk about? I talked about what did I talk about? The Skarner-Zyra matchup. That would be a cool one, leave the Skarner open and give it away, and then pick the Zyra for yourself. But it depends. Are we comfortable on a champion like that, right?
That is the big question, and I'm sure there are some different drafting angles, since Foxnyr is gonna start on the blue side for game 2, and this allows us to ban different champions, to pick a strong B1. Last game it was the Quirky B1, of course. Did not manage to disappoint. It did not manage to win the game either. I think it was a team effort definitely that made SVW Esport win the last game. But I think that strong B1 angle is definitely something that can shape a draft, and I'm hoping for the best here for Foxnyr.
So, to me, it feels like the bot lane was the only one that over-delivered, basically. Because you said that bot lane shouldn't really have priority, and with the Soraka, they shouldn't really gain too much, and then it was the only lane, going even, basically. Maybe, I mean, that's just my take now, I'm not the coach, I'm not the players, but maybe you just put top lane on weak side duty, pick the Ornn or whatever, and then give something that the bot lane wants to play. Something aggressive, right? And an aggressive jungler, while Sejuani is great. Maybe you also feel like playing, I don't know, the Elise or something. Or the Darius jungle that was just banned away. I mean, it's also something that we can just talk about. Like, what is happening with Darius jungle right now? Do you ever see that? Or... Yeah,
it's actually super overpowered. Because the way Darius jungle works, you stack movement speed items like Humus and Dunman's Blade, and then you just run at the enemy and you stat check them, and that works surprisingly well. His jungle clear also really disgusting. It will get tuned down next patch, so maybe we don't have to endure this champ for much longer. But you see it banned out here both times, both games. And now Foxnyr is with the Corki B1, which gets answered by the Kaiser on the side of SVW. So presumably, both bot laners already locked. The Corki, of course, most likely a flex pick, with the Kaiser most likely being secured on the bot lane. And if this is not just a hover, but a lock-in, there we go, by Syndra, then this confirms basically 2 lanes already for SVW.
Unless you are the one playing in the team, then it could also be Syndra bot lane. I know you are a Syndra or Rihanna bot lane connoisseur. Not anymore. I have it on video.
Champ, but I know, I love the champ, but it's just not good right now for the bot lane. It's very, very niche, and I don't think you can realistically do a lot with that champ on bot lane, and it's strong mid lane, so why not just pick it at the better lane, right? And it's good against Corki. I think that's why it was picked mostly. Now against the Aurora, I think this laning phase can be exciting. Syndra has the ability with a well-timed scatter to set up his jungler for success. Now with the Vi locked for Foxnyr, however, there is a lot of threat for the Syndra that of course cannot stop the Vi in her ultimate.
I mean, call me stupid right now, but those two drafts, they are... I'm the Spider-Man meme right now, basically. You know, the one with the glasses. Like, oh wait, hold up a second. It's... Or you know, not the one with the glasses. The one where they both point at each other. I can't speak anymore today, man. I was also shattered by the first game, but... To me, basically, it's like you have a control mage in mid lane with a super powerful ult. You have a high prio ADC, and then you have a bruiser in the jungle that just wants to jump at the enemy. And okay, I wanted to make two sentences, but it's literally it. They both want to jump at the enemy and then smash them. Okay, with either a spear or with those Hextech gauntlets. To me, this draft has like the same identity, but of course you are the better player here. So what do you say about that?
I think you're kind of right. Yeah, the thematics of those champions are quite similar. However, they behave quite differently in different stages of the game. For example, a Syndra can just fish with her QE, like with her scatter, to maybe catch someone out of position. If it doesn't land, that's it. You can disengage. If it lands, you can engage. It's nice. A Vi with her assault and battery, she cannot do that. Like, she uses her ultimate on a target and she's in there. She will not get out. She will fight until the death, basically. So similar ideas where you wanna like open up with CC and then follow up on it, but much more like all in from the Vi. And yeah, I'm hoping that we get some more follow up for Foxnyr, so we can successfully eliminate the target that gets isolated.
Hold up a
Is
second.
very special.
Yeah, I was so ready to be hyped, but banned in the first game and now picked in the second game. It will be Gwen, and in theory, I have seen Gwen in the jungle sometimes, but with Xin Zhao already locked, it should be a top lane Gwen. And at the same time, we are thinking about possible answers. The set is being hovered right now, but never get baited by a hover. Maybe we are still thinking, still deciding, and it will be locked in. To be fair, I have also seen set support today, and I don't think that we should take advice from those games that I saw today in the morning, you know, in the first stand. But hey, you know, never say never. As long as we cannot see the 5th champion, it is not 100% confirmed where everybody will go. And then, yeah, at the same time, though, we have the disadvantage of picking the 5th champion early. And it will, in fact, be Leona top lane and set support. Marv, how do you like that?
Yeah, I think Leona top lane can counter the Gwen really well. She stuns her and then she runs away, so she will never die to the Gwen, which is a nice little thing.
Copium.
Now, of course, Leona, an answer, very nice into some immobile champions. You use your ultimate. What's the ult name for Leona?
Solar Flare!
Solar Flare, of course. You use the Solar Flare on an immobile champion like the Syndra, like the Xin Zhao, to lock them down and to follow up upon it. So I got my follow-up on the Foxnyr draft. Meanwhile, I got also a very, very crazy top lane matchup. Set versus Gwen. This can go well, it can also go very, very unwell, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping for the best. It's at least something. It's not just full scaling. It's mostly trying to fight fire with fire, to not go quietly into the night, and to burn brightly in this final game in the regular season for Foxnyr in Division 2. Let's see what they can do with this final draft.
I think Division 3, by the way, but who cares? It's called
sure,
Group
yeah.
at this point, and
Sure, yeah.
It's whatever. So
Exactly.
I literally opened Google. Maybe they just wait. I want to check this now. How do I check this? if I just look for Gwen counter picks, because apparently Gwen is getting countered by the set. I'm wondering if... Okay, he's not the first champion that shows up. The first champion would be Aatrox. So, yeah, but do you actually think? Like, I don't know how that matchup is supposed to work, but at the same time, I don't really know how Zed works at all. I mean, I know what his abilities do, but why do you pick him, and when do you pick him? I mean, he can grab Gwen and suplex her out of her W, that is something, but why does that work?
Like Zed can have has two big strengths. First is his strong laning phase. He basically wins almost all matchups 1v1 on paper. That makes him, have a lead early on against this kind of weak Gwen. Like, Gwen is more of a scaling champion, so I would assume that Alucard can make something happen in the early game, which he struggled with, to be fair, in the last game. And the second thing he's strong at, as you said, someone jumps in, you suplex them back out. So as Xin Zhao jumps in, you protect your ADC by just ulting that Xin Zhao, or for example the Rel wants to jump in, you buffer your ultimate on the Rel, so when she flashes in, she immediately gets pulled back out, and it basically denies this all-in engage with a re-engage by your ultimate. So counter engage with the engage, and that's a nice thing that Zed can do. However, the champ is also very one-dimensional, so if you can keep him at arm's length, if you can kite him around, there's not much Zed can do.
Exactly. To be fair, I mean, you just said Zed is one-dimensional. I'm looking at our team comp, and the only thing that isn't one-dimensional is the circle from Skimia's Between Worlds. Everything else basically operates in a straight line, right? Leona, well, she goes in. And Zed, yeah, he goes in. And then you have Vi, you know, when she ults, she literally has a red line that shows, you know, the one dimension where she goes. She goes in. That's the joke here. Then again, Corki and Aurora, I mean, I don't... Can I say they have good self-peel? I'm not sure here, Marv. Do they have good self-peel? Because they are kind of mobile, they have a jump. You know, Aurora is really, really slippery. But at the same time, I mean, they are fighting against something like a Syndra. And if one stun connects, yeah, then you just explode. Congratulations, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're right about that. I don't think they want to be on the losing side this game. I think they want to, like, in a deficit, I much rather have to say. They need to be ahead. I think if you have an engage comp, a one-dimensional comp, and you fall behind, it's really rough to engage on them. Like, if a Vi does not have the follow-up damage with her ultimate, why would you ult then? It's kind of crazy, right? And you need to be ahead in order to capitalize on those engage tools, but they have all the tools in order to do so. You have a strong Corki on bot lane. Aurora is kind of well matched all throughout the game. She scales well, she's kind of fine early game. And of course the set, as I mentioned before, very, very nice laning phase. And yeah, we hope to at least get more than one kill today in this game. That's, I think, a good starting goal.
Well, or just win that one game. Why not, right? Again, the first game, it didn't really happen. We still had to wake up. It was the little brother playing. We didn't even have the mouse plugged in the first game, you know. Wait, what else did Donkey say?
I actually think that Alucard was playing with blindfold on, yeah.
Yeah, Alucard was playing with a blindfold on, 100%. Now, it is time to put the training weights away and awaken our inner dragon. I mean, we have the wrong set skin for that, but still. We don't have the Lee Sin that I wished for, but honestly, might as well get the Vi that, as we said, is really one-dimensional and has one direction where she wants to go, and that is going in there, bursting down the Kai'Sa, bursting down the Syndra. And hey, if we can do that, and if those two champions die early in a fight, then it does look really good for us. We will jump into the game, perfectly timed when the pause resumes. And we will only wait for the timer to start running again. We will only wait to see how far we can go in this last game of the season in Group 3.3. And Marv, come on, let's be honest. You just said, yeah, we want at least a kill. We can do it, right?
I think 2 kills are definitely very possible, very likely as well. So
Oh my god.
ready for that. Do you think there is a strategical element to why Cripple and his ADC are always like not ordered, like they swap places in draft?
Yeah, Cripple wants to always counterpick on R4 with his
That's
top
fair.
lane.
Yeah, that's fair. So they swap. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Because, you know, nowadays you cannot really get an account with all the champions anymore, you know, because of the Blue Essence changes and all those things. So you need to strategically align your accounts in draft. Now, Alucard, honestly, he already won with the emote game. Let's be honest here.
Very strong start here from Alucard. Taking mental advantage in this lane already. Aura plus 100. Very, very nice start.
True. Okay. But hey, okay, I will join everybody on the joke, on the choke train here as soon as it goes downhill. But until it goes downhill, just like in the first game, I will stay hopeful. And I will be cheering for Foxnyr to just bring it back in this game. And look at it, bot lane basically already won at this point, right?
Yeah, first damage done by Omen. I mean, how can he lose at this point? He dealt, I think it was like 50 damage, and he prevented the ward from being placed down. Now a strong Q here in the mid lane. I think we are on our best tracks right now.
We are having a treat for sure. Sakura and Omen in the bot lane. They have to prove it once more that they can do a ton what is needed. Ooh, the Ignite being used early in the bot lane. And Sakura wants to find the kill for the carry. It will be found, but Omen is in pretty deep. The passive will proc. And Gal, flash for flash is traded. The barrier as well. Can we maybe get away? Nope. The answer is a simple no. And Marv, is this already... is this already the going downhill that I talked about, or can we recover from that?
I mean, you can recover. It's gonna be a small shutdown on the Kaiser's head, so shut her down without her flash, so then we're back into the game. So I don't feel too bad about this. I think it was very nice played from the Kaiser as well, like nice kiting, nice waiting for the shield to disappear for the last auto attack. But yeah, we are just jumping straight back into it.
What is happening on every single lane? Rel wanted to go into the mid lane, and basically Gal will have a problem. This is the first kill. And by the way, why was there not a shutdown on this Kaiser? I am personally offended right now.
Yeah, usually you get one with 2 kills, but today, Riot Games is like, Foxnyr, you don't need a shutdown to win the game, right? So, we have the 2 kills. Like, less than 3 minutes. It was like 3 minutes, I think. But 3 minutes on the clock, we already have double the kills we had the entire last game. That's a bounce back, if I've ever seen one.
Oh my god. At the same time, basically every lane is a jungler's dream and a jungler's nightmare, because there is so much action, and Fizzy is like, hello friends, can I... sell you, I don't know what, and they were like, nope, shut the door right in his face and killed Fiji just like that. And again, there is so heavy trading on every single lane. Look at every single lane. Top lane, they're smashing their heads in. Jungle just died. Mid lane, smashing their heads in. I mean, they still have to teleport, right? And we don't have to talk about bot lane, right? They are literally perma-fighting. They don't want to stop.
And that's my whole job, to talk about bot lane, honestly, so I would continue to do so. But as you say, quite truthfully, there is a lot of fighting going on. Toxic is wow, below 50 HP right there. He needs to watch out. He gets flashed upon. Yeah, Sakura just passing through, maybe putting down some vision for his mid laner. He, in fact, does not have any vision available, so probably just a push out into recall for his mid laner. Yeah, as we calm down a bit.
Yeah, I was just super hype about all that fighting, and then suddenly they heard me and they were like, oh yeah, true, we are actually playing this important game, so let's stop and, you know, strategy something, rotation something, walking through mid lane something. And Alucard, in top lane. Might be in trouble, has to sidestep. The wind becomes lightning, will not do so, has no flash available. Will be in there for a tough time. And honestly, I hate to see that, because Cripple dominated the last game. And on a Gwen, I hate that even more than an Aatrox.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We did not hold the W, the big shield, the big boom from the set, and therefore we go down. Now Fishy is looking to retaliate onto Cripple.
Oh, can he make it happen though? Maybe, but now he realizes he doesn't have the DPS needed with only a longsword as offensive tools. So yeah, I have to agree with him though, because Cripple hitting level 6 now as well. Okay, bot lane, Sakura and Omen. They want to fight once more. The minions are certainly in an adventurous state for them. And they will deal a ton of damage onto Dedam Res.
Dedam Res here with a strong emote game. As well, the Laughing Charvan once he cancelled the Leona engage. So it's rough to come back from that one, honestly.
Teleport getting used in the top lane. Cripple has needlework available. And I gotta be honest there, I don't see... Yeah, I have to critique it now. Why does Alucard press W so early? I don't get it.
I don't see his HP bar, unfortunately. Like, that was just... He teleported in. No, he did not teleport in. The Gwen teleported in, and yeah, absolutely 100-0 free kill for Cripple, who is perfectly set up to carry yet another game with his jungler also clearing the first grubs. This feels not very different, unfortunately, from last game.
Yeah, definitely. Now in mid lane, we are seeing a fight. Skimia will survive the first damage wave there. Oh, come on. I would have liked to see that small W for Alucard, but he will not even get that. Cripple will be able to go back to base and is level 7 against level 5 right now.
Yeah, and that's exactly what should not happen. A set that's strong in the early game going down. Sakura now needing the flash out, maybe he's still in trouble.
Yeah, hold up a second. He jumps back in because he realized I will not get out of that one. ADC's frontline will get the free talent strike knock up, and the tower! Can somebody check the PayPal from the tower, by the way? I already saw that turret shot flying, but apparently we don't need that right now. Now, what we do need is a kill somewhere, and we will get it in the mid lane. Alucard, he is angry. He wants that kill on top lane. He will sadly not get it, and he will use his own ult. At the same time, Cripple. Man, this guy has the wrong name, I'm telling you that much. Because he's anything but a Cripple. He's playing a beautiful top lane here. Aatrox in the last game, the Gwen this time. I wouldn't even be surprised if he kills Fishy here. Not even capping at this point. Okay, can we find the kill? Fishy still has some cooldown on the Vault Breaker. The needlework comes back up. I don't know if he has the jump already. Fishy tried to predict it, but Cripple just stood there and kept on walking. And this guy is looking like an absolute monster right now, together with his jungler.
Yeah, just playing well. Not much more to say. They are having a really nice synergy on this top lane and outplaying on every turn. We have some angles on the bot lane. Omen getting engaged upon.
Okay, I feel like this is exactly what I'm seeing every single time. Dedam Res jumping in, Sakura charging up the Hextech Flash, and then they are just retaliation trading. The thing is, not too much happening in the bot lane, but at the same time, I feel like this bot lane doesn't matter right now, right?
I'd say it doesn't matter enough, let's put it that way. You have this turbo fat top jungle. If they can keep up the pressure, it's not gonna matter how many CS the Corki has. Cripple just keep snipping on Alucard. He just keeps punching away that health bar, and it looks rough. It just looks rough to see him take all those one-sided trades.
Yeah, it's super, super rough. And at the same time, yeah, you said it. The set has some tools to play the early lane game. And Cripple just seems to have a better day today. Yeah, I get it though, right? Sakura trying to maybe find something before the backport comes through. At the same time, Skimia trying to retaliation trade in the mid lane. Man, I would love for this Omen to get fed on the Corki and to then have a solid backline and see how it goes. Skimia flashing forward. This is 2 versus 2, but the Between Worlds will not be enough. We will not get the burst of mobility that we need. They don't rest in the mid lane. The Killer Instinct also coming in. And this is just the final grave for the Vi. The final nail as well. Can we find the outplay in top lane? The turret does decide to not shoot again. And this has to be a real tilter. But this is just what it is right now. It is 3-11 and it is a 4,000 gold lead at 10 minutes.
Got a question. Have you ever played like old school Counter-Strike?
Yes.
Like 1.6 or something. You know, there is always a moment in the game where you look at your stats screen, like you open up the stats and you just see the team score is absolutely against your team. And there is this tempting button which says swap teams. I think Omen is thinking about that right now.
Oh, he could be thinking about it indeed. And Sakura. Like, I can't blame the bot lane for trying something. They need to try something, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that was certainly not it. The turret's still too strong. Omen, with the barrier, wants to stay alive. Maybe with the help of the minions, wants to find something, but he will be denied everything that he wants to have. He is 2 for 2 right now in the bot lane, but he really needs that Triforce before he can do anything, really.
Yeah, and I'm skipping over Skimia here a little bit. He has also like acquired a decent amount of CS lead here, quietly but surely. But this Aurora, I don't think she will take over the game, honestly. Like, they need a fat AD carry, they need a fat Corki in order to counteract another fat hyper carry in form of the Gwen, and I mean the Kaiser also looking quite pretty with 4 kills to her name. So you need consistent damage, and you need someone to realistically deal with all those threats on the enemy side, which can, in this draft, for me, only be Omen. So try to funnel gold into this Corki, try to get him to his 2-item power spike, and then maybe acquire some shutdowns. Now we are going into this Dragon, 5k gold. I think this will be a team fight.
Oh, I don't know if we can find any advantages here. Maybe win the Smite battle on the Dragon, but this one will be a tough one. Can we find it? We will find the Mountain Dragon, which is a small victory already. Omen aborts ship and aborts the mission. Skimia also jumping away. Gal Shakal is like, hello, my friends. The Killer Instinct activated, and it will net him a double kill. Toxic also grabbing one there. Skimia trying to find something, but the Xinjiao way too tanky, of course, with a full item and level 9 already. Meanwhile, in top lane, yeah, Cripple will just take the turret, and Alucard, yeah, he's trying something. Can he maybe grab a kill there? Nope. His R button was just pressed a little bit too late. Maybe if he was a tiny bit faster, he could have gotten the kill, but we will never find out. And at the same time, I'm just looking at the scoreboard, and I don't want to look at it, Marv. It's dreadful.
Yeah, this is looking even more dreadful than last game, unfortunately. We had some good stuff in the early game. Maybe now we can find a pick.
Okay, hold up.
Toxic.
We want a pick. We need the pick here, Toxic. Come on. Why? No, guys, come on. Okay, yeah, sorry. Nothing happening.
And he's just fine. But let's turn it a bit around and talk about all the nice things that SVW Esports is showing us today. Cripple with a monster performance. Second game in a row right now. So very nice performance in the top lane. Rel might be caught up now. I don't think he is.
Nope. This Leona looks caught off guard to me. Sakura trying to run away, but where can you really go? Daedom res. Oh, missing the stun there, so not too much happening. I already saw Sakura dying there, but of course Sakura will teach me better. You cannot kill the unkillable tank, except for 4 times already, but not 5 times. Not 5 times. That's not
Nobody
going to
kills the
happen.
unkillable tank 5 times. That's a common
Yeah,
knowledge
Yep.
in League of Legends. So he's immortal for the rest of the game. That's pretty nice for his engaters, I think. So he can look for more deep stuff.
But honestly, he did tank. Sakura did tank a ton there. I was actually surprised. Now, I'm not surprised if Alucard dies one more time, because, well, this poor guy is already on 5 deaths, so he is easy prey for everybody right now, because he's just so behind. Not even a first item finished yet, while most players in this game are already looking for the second item. So yeah, unfortunately, He is just out of the game, but maybe he can learn from the best called Baus how to properly shove out waves, not be worth too much gold, and still generate some pressure on the map. Okay, hold up, mid lane. Will we see something there? Will we see something next to the turret? Fiji jumping out, and the Between Worlds was also not really doing anything, so no, we will not see anything there. Cripple, meanwhile, is saying hello from bot lane. Sakura, I'm telling you, look at Sakura's health bar. It's literally health cliff from Sword Art Online at this point. Cannot fall below 50% HP. Skimmia, on the other hand, will stay alive somehow? Okay, hold up, never mind. Cripple will find the kill there. Now, the shutdown from Alucard. We have been waiting for that moment. We have been working for that single moment all game.
And this be the turnaround in the matchup. Omen needs to flash away again, but that's okay, he stays alive. This mid lane tier 1 will probably not stay alive since four people are pushing down it.
Yeah, this turret looks kinda dead to me. The HP bar growing slimmer and slimmer. And would you look at those beautiful butterflies flying right into Fishy's face, and he will not appreciate the gift from Toxic at all. But hey, the turret is still alive for at least 1 or 2 or many more waves to come.
That it is. Toxic with another scatter and another big chunk out of Skimmia's HP bar. I think he needed some more time to finish his second item, perhaps in the base. We will find out shortly. And yeah, I mean, we are looking at a 9k gold lead from SVW Esport, who in this game managed to hold on to all of their towers until now. I mean, until the future, I guess, maybe. We can trade the dragon for the top tier 1. That would at least give us some amount of gold to work with. Now Alucard finished also his first item with the shutdown that he got from Cripple. And yeah, perhaps that is an angle. Perhaps that is an attack point for Foxnyr to enable this set to kinda came back into the game.
Marv, imagine Alucard just going 1v9 from now on and somehow finding god tier ults, finding god tier suplexes, and somehow carrying that game. I'm gonna be honest here, I don't believe in it, but I would certainly be pleased to see it, because the last time I have seen a god tier set performance, you know, wasn't I don't know, I can't even think about it, you know. I haven't.
When was the last time I played a 1v1 as set? I don't remember actually.
I mean, I have jungled him when he came out, you know, that was fun with the double auto attacks. That was a lot of fun. Like Cripple and Data, they also have a lot of fun just using their cooldowns there to grab the kill onto Alucard. But yeah, he is not having a lot of fun.
The cannon minion, it survived on 1 HP, that's salt in the wound.
Okay, hold up. Is this a kill for us though? Shutdown on Skimmy. Oh, that is what we need to find here. But of course, we also need some more. Gwen is slowly but surely teleporting in. ADC's frontline will find the jungle kill there. Omen dropping super low and will die to the ball of justice. You know, or again, the butterfly of justice. Skimmia, well, no chance for survival there. And Sakura, well, you know, just to make sure that it's not obvious that the anti-death cheats are enabled, I think Sakura dies on purpose, you know? Just so it's not obvious that Sakura is having a cheat code on right now.
I think ADC's frontline could have done the right move and let Sakura walk away there to, you know, kinda let the one survivor tell the tale of what happened.
Yep.
Cripple kinda unbothered by Alucard's attempt to throw him into the tower. Instead, he will just keep snapping away at it. And Alucard, I think you are not safe there, buddy.
Maybe we can find a kill. Well, yeah, no, we cannot. But still, now, honestly though, Omen, if he can somehow finish the second item, and if SVW somehow underestimates him and, you know, just ignores him, lets him deal the damage that he wants to deal, gives him the space, maybe he can do something? Question mark?
Yeah, maybe actually as well if Toxic's R key suddenly stops working in the team fight and he does not find it on Omen. And
What if he
yeah, his front
misclicks?
line, I think he just needs to have some lags that cannot be resolved.
What if?
Then we might have a chance
What if?
to win a teamfight 5 vs 3.
Hold up. What if Sakura just holds the F key where Omen is and just right clicks the middle of the screen a little bit below him, so he's always in front of him, and then he will eat the Syndra ult.
You know this arena augment chauffeur?
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah,
he's that one.
yeah, that is true. Then we're literally playing Cho'Gall from Heroes of the Storm.
Yep.
Now, Omen, will the Valkyrie be enough to get out of there? Because Data has the flash up. Flash for flash so far. Now, meanwhile, 2 versus 1 in top lane. I don't know if that's enough, by the way. Omen, at least the flash and the Valkyrie wasn't enough. In top lane, yeah, Cripple can not be stopped. Like, this guy, as you said, Marv, is an absolute monster. Yeah, Sakura is saying hello, you know, and basically just emoting at Cripple with jumping in. Can we somehow find the kill there? We can! The shutdown for Skimia is something that we desperately need, but we desperately need way more than that.
Yeah. Again, another kill towards a carry of ours with the Aurora. But I'm honest, it's gonna be too little too late. It's now 11k before this inner turret for Toxic and his Syndra. 19 stacks on the Magi's, so yeah, I think his R is gonna hurt a little bit. He even goes a build where he does not deal that much damage in order to be more mobile and have more ability haste, so he can deal with yeah, putting out more scatters, I should say.
I mean, that's super smart though, isn't it, right? Like, the more... You have more than enough damage anyway, so might as well get lower cooldown, have more opportunities to disengage, to engage, so...
Yeah.
I think that's a good optimization. And then you get all the damage you need from the Magi's anyways, right? So, might as well go for it. Now, talking about it, the next dragon, I don't think that we might as well go for it, because that one should be gone.
Like, that's the thing, like, it is gone for sure, but I still find nice things here from Foxnyr. Like, they're camping on a pink ward. That's what you should do in these scenarios. I just feel like there are some fundamentals that they possess very nice when they are behind. The issue is they are so far behind that those like good in theory plays will not matter at all. Like if they are down one person, the teamfight is still unwinnable. Cripple just 1v2'd on the top lane and got a kill out of it. How do you deal with being so far down? Like yeah, now you're kind of running around and trying to catch this Gwen, but he's so mobile in addition to having so much damage, and SVW is doing this quite well and trying to pull apart Foxnyr and attacking all the sides where they have an advantage.
Okay, now Omen jumping in, and we could get a kill onto Dedam Res. I love what we're doing here, because we know that somebody is very likely on the dragon right now. So might as well try to find a catch, and that is exactly what we did. Of course, we had some tries where it didn't work out, but this time we got a single kill, and that's, as you say, Marv, that is how you slowly but surely can maybe find an angle. At the same time, well, I still do not want to look at the scoreboard on top of my screen.
Yeah, I think it's best to disable it. Maybe we can blend it out and just pretend that this is a game on even footing, but right now I am playing for SVW. What I'm calling right now is we wait for the Baron to be up, exactly. Thank you. And now the game is much more pleasant for me to look at.
Well, we also need to...
Maybe there's a camping angle coming in. Yeah, that's perfect. Now we can say that there are angles and that there is hope.
I can still see the levels, so I don't know. I'm not happy.
Level. We are even low in mid lane. That's a nice thing.
Yep. Either way, can we find a good fight here? The Magna Storm is pretty big, but Dedam Ras slowly but surely getting burned through. Fiji will stay alive for a little bit longer. Will take the taxi downtown to Galjakal and Cripple. He's just snip, snap, snippety, snipping through the entire team of Foxnyr. And this lag right there was basically just a tribute to him. Completely 1v9ing that game. I mean, don't get me wrong, SVW, they are playing pretty good across the board, but the top lane difference is just something that we cannot ignore right now. And guys, it seems like this is it for today. Yeah, the camera just flies away. I don't want to see it anyways. No, I don't. No.
Camera is like the hopes for Foxnyr to stay in Division 3 without having to play demotion. It is gone forever. And yeah, now the team has some reflection to do and some time to prepare for the demotion tournament. There is still like not everything is lost. Like there is still a lot of time, a lot of growing to do as a team. This is a team to develop players, and this is a team to get experience, to hope to do better in the future, and that's what we can do in the demotion tournament.
Exactly. Hey, look at it in a positive manner. We have more content incoming. We have more amazing games to be had. But today, yeah, I mean, we did see 2 amazing games, but only for SVW fans. For a Foxnyr fan, it was a bit dry. It was a bit... What do we call it, Marv? I don't want to call it disappointing, but honestly, it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, it's always rough to play against a team that is the favorite. You hope for the best, and if it doesn't go your way, it's hard to come back. That's the issue, and we are trying our best in this match, but it unfortunately was not good enough today, and that's all we can say.
That is all we can say, indeed. I asked if somebody maybe wants to have an interview and talk about some feelings there, but it does not seem like it. So guys, I will just throw us over into a raid to Esport, I think, because yeah, for today I don't see anything more that we need to talk about. Because Marv, of course, I thank you so much for hanging out with me today and having this beautiful cast. But yeah, sadly, the games themselves, they have been a bit stumpy. And honestly, I feel like after a day like that, yeah, you can maybe look at the laning, look at your comfort in the matchups. But I don't really see more than that coming out of this. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on its head. That's where you just have to look at the next thing coming up, and that's what we are gonna do as well. Esport is playing the Prime Cup right now, I think, the qualifiers, so yeah, let's see how they do, I guess.
Yeah, we will show them some love, and at the same time we want to wait for our next chances for the playoffs, and until then I hope to see you again on this channel. Again, Marv, thank you so much, and of course thank you all for watching so much, and that's basically all we have to say for today. Have a good one, stay awesome, and have a good start into the week. Until next time, bye bye.
Hallelujah, amen. Sweet Lord, born again. What you doing? Who you seeing? I got the right feeling. No money, go tell her. Go get it, go do ya. Where you going? Where you seeing? I got the right feeling. I've been loving you. Been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been feeling myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you. Been feeling myself for a minute. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see. Ain't no one like me. Ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. Looking at me. Peekaboo. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. Looking at me. Peekaboo. I've been loving you. Been loving myself. myself for a minute. I've been loving you, been feeling myself for a minute. Yeah, I've been loving you, been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you, been feeling myself for a minute. Ain't no one like me, ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see, you see. Ain't no one like me, ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see. Come around me, you see, you see. One time from side to side. One time from side to side to side. One time from side to side to side to side to side to side to side. Hold up. Yeah, I've been loving you, been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you, been feeling myself for a minute. I've been loving you, been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you, been feeling myself for a minute. Ain't no one like me, ain't no